Hello and welcome to part 14 of me teaching you how to get better at a certain Roblox game. This time we have Syrian shenanigans. Now, you want to know how to keep the 3 outposts or capture points. Well, what you need to do is understand which classes to pick. Of course, which classes do you really need to pick? Anti-tank, marksman, tanker, and maybe MG. Anti-tank can easily explode any vehicle with just one shot of a rocket launcher. Marksman, he has a sniper, and he can shoot any units that he sees that is not in a tank. Tanker is basically the guy that sits in a tank and can shoot any enemy that is near him. And MG. The reason I say maybe is because the MG may or may not have bad spread, so it just basically doesn't really do that much damage. So yeah, these are the 3 classes you need to pick. Just ignore rifleman, it doesn't really matter. Now, which of any of these capture points you need to take? Well, the most important one you need to take is C. Not just because it has some classic Syrian music, but because it's the least contested area. So nobody really takes it. And it doesn't matter whether or not you take the B point or the A point. The C point is the least contested, and it has basically a restaurant where you can stare at a human cardboard cutout of Obama, and you can hide behind him. Maybe. And you can still gain points. And then once you take point C, you need to take point A. When you are successfully able to take point A and successfully able to put troops in point C and point A, it doesn't matter whether or not the enemy has the point B, because he's still gonna lose because you have 2 times more point output than his. So yeah. Now, the thing is, being a tanker is hard. Not because it's hard to actually control the tank, but because how to actually get in and tank and actually control the tank is hard. Let me show you. This is an APC. Basically the most simple tank, and of course the most useless of them. You get in, you have to really fit inside, which is a very, very hard thing to do, because you cannot fit yourself inside the tank that easily. And you can't get out of it that easily too. So then, you can spawn in an MBT. You will not be able to get in there. You will not be able to get in there. Trust me, you will not be able to drive this thing. Because this thing is a model, you cannot really get in. Except for this man. This man somehow got in, I don't know how. Let me just show you, maybe shift lock or switch will work easier. Nope, does not matter. Works exactly the same and you cannot fit inside it. Getting inside the tank, hard process. But the thing is, once you get inside the APC, you won't be able to shoot because there isn't actually a gun that you can use to shoot. So instead, you have to go to an IFV, which of course I need to be a tanker. And then, once you get into the tank, well, guess what? You cannot just press W and go forward. You first off have to change the gear of the tank from F1 to F5. Doesn't really matter. And then, you press the M button, which starts the tank. I wouldn't have known how to start a tank if I didn't read the help manual, which actually there's a key to start the engine on the tank. And then once you get into the tank, you will need to understand how to use this thing, which is of course the tank head. In order to do that, you need to press F. Once you do that, you then need to understand how to fire this thing, which you probably will not be able to understand how to fire this thing whatsoever. So yeah, being a tanker is really hard. But in the end, it may or may not be worth it. Then, the best one of them all, the helicopter. This thing can fly, and of course, the rocket launcher cannot really reach it unless you're really trying to. You can easily fire with the helicopter, and you can easily destroy the enemy. And you can easily sabotage the enemy spawn and actually kill its spawn, and also have more sitting points that you can shoot from. So yeah. You've learned everything to become better in Roblox Syrian shenanigans.